can't wait for Christmas to be over. That is a phrase that is most definitely never heard in the Canaan household. There are three main parts of Christmas in our family: preparation, Christmas Eve and day, and unfortunately, yep, you guessed it, clean up. Now, by far the hardest of these is preparation. The shopping, oh my gosh, the shopping. Well, most of our Christmas shopping is actually done on Amazon, so it's not that bad. You see, we kids go through the site and add all the things on our Christmas list to the wish list. Our mother then goes through the fairly extensive wish list, and afterwards asks us which ones we want the most, so she can narrow it down a little bit. Then there's always the tree. We have a fake tree, but this Christmas we bought a real one. Oh, and don't get me started on wrapping presents. It's pretty intense. Things can be heard like, "No, don't go in that room," or "Haha, I know what your present is." And finally there's, "Come on, please tell me what I got." And that's just the beginning. Next there's taking Christmas decorations from our basement upstairs and putting them on the tree, while jamming out to some Christmas tunes, of course. And finally we all hang up our stockings. The last thing we have to do for prep, though, was cleaning up the house before our cousin's Cubs game. That was exhausting. First there was dusting, then vacuuming, then sweeping the floors, cleaning downstairs, then cleaning the upstairs, and shoving what junk was left under our beds. Next comes the enjoyable part, though, Christmas Eve and day. Now, in my opinion, one of the longest days of the year is December 24th, with all the waiting for it to be Christmas Day. So, my cousins and I like to pass the time by playing board games, card games, and yes, even putting together 5,000-piece jigsaw puzzles. Doing all of this again while listening to Christmas music. Then there's Christmas Eve Mass. We would have gone to midnight Mass, but the blizzard was coming, so we went to the Mass at 4:30. Well, actually we got there at 3:45 in order to get a front row seat. Let's just say it was a long wait, but definitely worth it. After we got home from Mass, we each got to open one present from under the tree. We then played cards from 7 to 11:50, which was when my little brother ushered us all off to bed to prevent such a tragedy occurring as Santa passing us by. And then there's Christmas morning. Now, at the Knigge's house, all the kids wake up early, but have to stay in bed until the parents are awake in order to record the kids opening their presents. This is the most agonizing time ever. Just knowing there are presents out under the tree, just laying there, 20 feet away. Somehow we all bear it, though, and it pays off for the complete elation of finally getting to open those gifts. And for the rest of the day, we went outside to sled in our backyard, which was very hard for the little boys, considering the snow was up to their waist. Afterwards, we came back inside, and after warming up, went to playing with our presents. Oh, and then there's Christmas dinner, with its gravy, squash, buttered toast, mashed potatoes, various vegetables, and some fancy meat whose name I can't remember. Well, it tasted good, and that's all that matters, right? Finally, there's the depressing aftermath of Christmas, the cleanup. We normally take down our tree and decorations about 1 to 2 weeks after Christmas. As for getting rid of our tree, well, our tree is still on our deck. And then there's the dismal job of taking the ornaments off the tree, not to mention the dreary day our cousins leave. So, from the exhausting yet rewarding preparation to the anticipation of Christmas Eve and the joy of Christmas Day, to the absolutely dismal aftermath. There's no other word for it. Christmas is simply awesome.